The future is bright indeed. We're all of us dreaming of the better days ahead, and a part of your bright new future could be a move to where the magic lives in the greater Orlando area of Florida. One of the biggest decisions you'll make when considering a move is selecting a realtor who can successfully match you with the right home in the right location at the right price. Victor Naraki is the realtor who can help you make the move you've always wanted to. Whether you're a first-time homeowner or looking to move near Disney World, Victor is in your corner. If you are looking for an experienced real estate agent covering all of Central Florida, please visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today and find out just why you should work with Victor. I encourage you to create a free, no-obligation account on his website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to your email. Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today or visit his Facebook page, Victor Naraki Realtor. And don't forget to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
And we're live from Facebook, YouTube, and Parts Unknown. And I think Holly's drinking.
What? We are live.
That's unheard of.
Because she's at home and not at the park.
The question we have today is, where in the world is Holly? Oh, wait. No, she's just home. She's always going places.
I know. They said I was going to be going places, but they didn't. They didn't necessarily mean that.
Well, with a name like Hollywood, you're always going places. So we just know that.
So we have
a very special guest
Holly
today. Is Chris.
That's a tease for an upcoming episode of Grand Circle Tour.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, everybody. Yes, thank you.
And he has some fans in the audience, I see. Says the fan club is in the house. The house.
Awesome. Bill, you didn't miss anything. We're just saying hello right now. So you're right on time. And Derek's here, right on.
Hi, Derek. So Chris Ilardi is of Disney Done Differently, where he cooks up bits of food from the Disney resorts, but with a little different spin. And so that is a fantastic show. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check him out on YouTube and all of the places unknown.
One of my favorite things about Chris's episodes are, because I have 4 kids. I'm super busy, but your shows are like under 20 minutes. And you put out these fantastic meals in under 20 minutes, which I really appreciate. And they're so easy to follow along and delicious. And I love the little spins that you put on it, because it makes it so easy to make everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to believe that as a mother that you would appreciate that, because seriously, just how do you do it? How do you manage to come up with what you're going to make every night for supper?
That's a full-time job. So really, I really appreciate tips like this and videos of like things we can do. And by the way, I'm obsessed with those sweet heat jalapenos. So he did the Ronto wraps a while ago, which now I'm obsessed with Ronto wraps, but he used these sweet heat jalapenos, and for probably 8 months, I looked all over. I finally found a store in my town that sells them, and I like stock up. In fact, I had them with my dinner tonight. Like, they are so good.
That's it. I mean, with so many of the, for me, it's the focus on, okay, it's got to be the Disney style dish, but then just adding the way I cook and flavor profiles. And those are the most questions that I get. Where do you get these things? And I'm telling you, they're really just in my local supermarket. And,
right. Yeah.
I just saw Mary, and, Mary's been hounding me for the Japanese Kewpie mayo. Where do you get that from?
Well, we have it at my store.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, if they have it at your store, they have it everywhere. It's in Canada.
You got everything at my store.
Nowheresville, North Dakota. So we don't necessarily have a lot of these things, but we get by.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's try to, make things available that everybody can. And that's why I try to say what you can substitute. I recently did a dish where I used tamarind paste. That's not available every single where, but it's not that foreign either.
Right.
And reached out to a very strong professional in the industry. And I was like, what do I replace this with? And she helped me. She helped me with how to do that. But
that's nice that you do that too.
Okay, we got an argument happening. So Katie's saying Publix does not have Japanese mayo, and Derek says Publix probably has it. Just 400%.
Katie works there, so that's so funny. Yes, Derek likes those jalapenos too.
And even someplace like where I'm at, which I refer to as Nowheresville, North Dakota, there is a lot of stuff available if you are willing to kind of go out and look for it. You might have to go into more of the more exotic shops, and there are a few of them. Even a place like this, there are a few places that you can go outside of like your just normal grocery store to find some more interesting things. So we have found some different things in places like that.
But I would say the vast majority of the stuff that you have on your show is common everyday items. It's not all Japanese mayonnaise and
it is, and that's why it's so nice, because most of the time I have this stuff already. So
yeah.
And that's
the other thing that I really like about your show is that you'll try something even if you've never tried it before. And it might not turn out exactly the way you envisioned it, but you'll still put it out there anyways and say, hey, I tried. That's something that I really admire as well.
Yeah, I mean, and I say it a lot in the videos, and I mean it. Have fun with food. What's the worst that's going to happen? It was oversalted or it just didn't cook. As long as you're not going to get sick, you have the experience with your friends or your family, and you gained the whole story about it. That, you look at what we did. We made this, and we know what we did wrong, and look at how it came out. I mean, I'll never make another candy apple ever again. That was a pain in the neck.
Oh.
Mayor Marla says now she goes to the store too often because she's watching your videos.
Marla is like, you post something and she makes it like the next day. It's so cool. I love it. And then Mary's right there. Katie's right there. You have a lot of people that are following right along. So that has to be pretty cool for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people sending, and they'll send even just direct message to me. And it's unbelievable that, it makes you think now, when you're recording it, you're talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Right? So you have no clue. And, at the end of the day, my wife and my daughter will taste it, and they're going to tell me yes or no. And who cares, Daddy? You tasted yesterday. Right. But to see others make it and know that their family enjoyed it, that's great. That's the whole reason I got into the industry, was to be in the hospitality industry and pass that enjoyment to others.
Have you done a brisket on the show yet?
No, I've made a brisket. That's a lot. I see a lot of people in the chat. The app Clubhouse. I met a lot of friends on that app, and they're very supportive. It's a very supportive group, and that's who's there. And there's a lot of chefs and professionals in there, and some good friends. So that's where that's coming from.
So it's an app called the Clubhouse. I've never heard of this. What is it?
I've never heard of it either.
Yeah, it's just an audio app. So it's a social media app that you just add to your phone, and you join rooms and you have an audio conversation with everybody.
Oh,
Matter of fact, there's Bill and Barry.
Yeah.
They allow
Hi,
me
Bill.
to join on their clubhouse room,
okay.
and we talk about it. So.
Mary woke up Steve watching videos at. Where did she get really excited and start screaming?
She probably thought I was done cooking.
Oh my God! The Toronto wrap is now available to make.
Steve,
Steve, wake up! We're making Ronto wrap.
That's great.
So funny. Thank you,
a party
Katie.
line, Mary says. It's like a party line. Okay.
Well,
We used to do that as kids, actually. I remember we used to call the radio station, and then you get the busy signal, but in between the busy signal, you can talk.
What?
Yeah. You used to get, because you would get the when you call the radio station, but you could talk to people in between the ints. It was impossible to understand anybody, but it was fun.
I have never heard of that.
You go like, "Where's the party?"
Yeah. I used to make collect calls to my mother, but it would be a collect call coming from "I'm coming home late. I'm safe." She just doesn't accept the call, but the message is there.
Yeah, that's smart.
Or we
Then
used
you
to
get
call
grounded when you get home.
And it wouldn't. You could call from a pay phone, but you'd have to put the money in. But you had to put money in to talk. So you would call, and it would ring at my mom's house, and she would pick it up, and there'd be nobody there, so she would know to call the arena. And then I would pick up the payphone, save a dime.
That's why all the payphones are out of service.
Yeah. I got a short video here I put together, and it's kind of a montage. So you're currently doing 50 and 50. What day are you on?
Today was 34.
Okay, I don't have all 34 clips.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I thought it would be fun to do a countdown of 50 days to the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom. I originally wasn't going. It was all sold out. Couldn't get reservations and everything. But the main thing that I really wanted to, because 5 years ago, when I still lived in New York, I remember telling my family that I will be there for the 50th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to keep my word. And
you're doing a live show on the 50th.
Yes. Now,
from Epcot.
Yes, I'm going to be in Epcot on the October 1st. I figured new ride and a new fireworks show. And then the next day, get just the celebrate at Magic Kingdom. So.
And where will they be able to see you live? Is that going to be on YouTube, or is it going to be on...
I'm going to do a Facebook Live on the Disney Done Differently page.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's watch this quick clip here if you want to get an idea. I'm sure everyone in the chat's already seen your videos, but I put a lot of work in this. So let's watch it.
Hey, welcome back to Disney Done Differently. So, what's today? Day one. Day one of what? For the next 50 days, I will be making snacks and treats, some dishes, all across the Walt Disney World Resort. And I always need to start with some Joffreys. But what do I also like with Joffreys? Let's make those donuts. Magic Kingdom. I feel like having a slice of pizza. Oh, Pinocchio House. They have flatbreads. Let's just No, don't eat that flatbread. It's like the cardboard that they serve it with. So today, let's get into today. So, something that I've had multiple times. Large, small, little pops, all different things. Rice Krispie treats. But we are going to make them a little differently. Countdown to the Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but the last couple of times I was in the park, the actual snack carts that are around that sell that wonderful Minute Maid lemonade cup that you can't eat, breaks the spoon, whatever. But, you know what they removed? Frozen bananas. Simple, easy, delicious treat. Come on. Hi, welcome back. Day 5. Believe it or not, 5 days. This is the 5th video on our countdown to Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary. So, I have friends, Mary T. Wells and George Mislop, that stay at the yacht club or the beach club. They're both the same. One's the DVC side, one's the other. Inside there is an amazing restaurant called the Yachtsman. But what I prefer even better outside of the Yachtsman is the Cup Lounge. And the Cup Lounge has beautiful artifacts all around, but they have these sliders that are to die for. So today, let's make them day 6, believe it or not. But I shouldn't say hello. I should say bonjour. Because today, we're going to Beauty and the Beast. Today, we're staying in the Magic Kingdom as we count down to the 50th anniversary. Today, Lady and the Tramp, Tony's, Town Square. Oof, that restaurant. Folks, I don't understand how it could be that difficult to make Italian food. It's not that difficult. So today, I figured, well, since Lady and the Tramp had the spaghetti, maybe we'll make some spaghetti. But how do you do it differently? Well, I'm going to do a little chicken parmesan. Avocado margarita. We're going to do their sausage hash with the poached egg. So today, trattoria al forno avocado toast. What are we making? Well, we're going to turn this guy into Mickey. I'm going to head over to Disney Springs. I'm going to do some Morimoto ribs. The Pop-Tarts. Woody's Pop-Tarts. You're going to see tons of different recipes. I cannot believe in some of the Disney communities that I've been reading in on social media of some people that don't know what pog juice is. I guess I took it as just everybody knows. Let's look at something that I like that I'm sure you've had before. It's not a hard recipe. It's basically just the Mickey cookie.
That is hysterical.
That was good.
So today,
Chris, I'm sure you were dying. I would have been dying.
I was hysterical because I don't watch the videos. I'll do the editing.
Okay, so I have a couple of comments. First of all, Italian food can't be that difficult to make because you go to Italy, they make it all the time.
Exactly.
And if George can make it,
right? And also, okay, so I understand what pog juice is. Do you know what Gorilla Grog is? I mean, because that's the sort of Disney version of pog juice at like Trader Sam's there.
The alcoholic version. Yes, that is delicious. And I've actually, the 2 times I've been in there was the Nautilus, which was like, I think, and then my wife had the one you need financial aid for, the OA, so that you could get the guy to, we signed over, financial aid application so we could get the drink, but the whole room lit up.
But seriously,
that's what I always say too.
Alcoholic drink called Schweitzer Falls, and they use it. They say it's like Gorilla Grog is what they call it instead of pog juice. So do you know what the difference
that sounds
is?
Terrible and scary.
Mary actually was telling me that there's something that they did prior to pog juice, and it might be that recipe where it was lemonade. I think it was lemonade, guava, and passion fruit.
Okay.
But I could always look it up and I'll get back to you. There you go. I got a whole new episode. There it is. French.
I need to watch the ribs. Were the ribs from was that difficult to do? I haven't watched that one yet, but those ribs are amazing.
That day I used them in my outdoor Traeger grill, but you can do them in the oven. The whole key to that is you have to not bread them basically after they've been cooked in cornstarch. And then fry them, and that's what adds the crispiness. But that sauce was to die for. Very easy.
Those ribs are amazing. Hi, Liz. Steve was saying that you have to bring your hibachi grill to Epcot so you can.
I'll let those people in Disney Springs. It looked like they owned that day.
Yeah. Let's do the tip of the week. And then we'll continue this conversation. You do more than just cooking videos. You also do the over-under videos. So we'll do the tip of the week. We'll come back with some over-under because we put the word out asking people to send us some.
Sure.
Okay. We'll do the tip first. So who has the tip of the week today?
I have it. It's brought to you by Disney at Your Doorstep, and this was sent in directly by himself, Victor. So he says, when you enter the stretching room in the Haunted Mansion, stand under the parasol. Lady that, sorry, he put parasol, he put a little umbrella and then lady. That's where the doors open on both sides.
Yeah. That is a very good tip. I mean, because if you know where those doors are going to open, you kind of sneak over there, and then you get to get onto the ride a little faster than everyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah. This last Saturday we went, and of course it was changed over to the holiday version of Haunted Mansion, and it was packed. It went up to, like, there was at one point during the day 100-minute wait, which is crazy. And it was such a long wait once we got out of the elevator to get into our buggy. So it was, yeah, it was crazy. So that is a really good tip, actually.
So
I do that all the time. I always know exactly where the door is going to open, and I go there.
Yeah,
as
and
soon as I get into
there
the
is
room.
no social distancing at all, or physical distancing at all. In fact, they were saying, if there's room on the floor, there's room for more. I'm like, that's different. So squeeze in, basically.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like old Disney tropes versus new Disney tropes with the pandemic and whatnot. It's like, yeah, it was all like crowd yourselves in, and then they're like, wait, no, spread yourselves out.
But
yeah,
we're back to squashing
crowd
everything.
yourselves in.
Mary's saying the tip of the week should be don't watch Chris's videos hungry. He'll just end up very sad.
That is true. That's why I'm glad for our new time, because I already ate dinner. Because
Yeah,
just
no,
even
Elizabeth,
talking
you're-
about
you're,
this.
you're right
if
on
you
time.
watch Chris's videos, then you're like, I want to make that, and I don't have all the ingredients. Now I go shopping.
One of Chris's older videos, the cheeseburger egg roll, is pretty delicious. Now, I have
Yep.
made those in the past, and I watched the video, and what I learned is how to actually fold it properly now, because I didn't have a clue. I read the instructions on the package.
Oh, that sounds
Weren't very clear.
He was talking about that the other day, how watching your video, he learned how to properly roll them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do that next time. I made the breakfast hash just meal. Mary told me I would really like it. Now, in the video, you said you cook everything in the frying pan and you put the frying pan in the oven.
He's like, I don't know. Monday 34.
Yeah, it was like hash browns and bacon and peppers and onions, and you break
that's the skillet.
shredded cheese. I went through 3 frying pans, ruining the handles.
What?
I'm joking.
Yeah, I saw
You have
that
to do it in the
comment.
cast iron.
So I actually made it yesterday.
There you go.
It came out great. There it is, right there.
How'd you enjoy it?
Picture.
It was super good. I actually had leftovers and finished the leftovers today, so it came out great.
That looks good.
I'll post those pictures on your Facebook page there.
Yeah, thank you.
Stan needs a cast iron skillet. Yeah. I didn't have a cast iron skillet, so I put it in the glass. I just transferred it over from the frying pan.
Oh, there's been many times where I've gotten messages like I followed exactly what you said, but is it okay I use baking soda instead of baking powder? And I just look and I'm like, oh no.
You're like, there are certain things you can substitute. That's not one of them.
Yeah. I know I say do it differently, but it's sometimes you have to stay.
Well, there's a discussion about me going.
The whole thing though, it's like you have to know what
you call me. Yeah, I should have.
You have to know the underlying rules and such in order to know how to do it differently.
So the two hardest ones out of the 50th that I've done, the candy apples was definitely the hardest for me. just because I couldn't get it properly done. The caramel was perfect. I got the chocolate on, no problem. But now to keep those ears on, the marshmallow ears, and then to get the sprinkles on, couldn't do it. And believe it or not, I did Walt's chili from Disneyland. And the only reason why that was difficult was I had to follow the recipe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to do too. When it gets cooler, I'm going to make those. Oh, that sounds good, Marla.
Yeah, I did watch that video as well.
Yeah.
And Nevaeh wants to make the candy. I wonder if my daughter could make the candy apple. She does. Yeah, it's a long story. You have to listen to this week's Grand Circle Tour podcast. My daughter does candy apples at work all the time, but she doesn't do it with the mouse ears. So
mouse ears is just marshmallows.
And they make it look so easy when you watch them in the window, right? At the parks, they're like 500 done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, they may have had a bit more practice than
maybe.
Yeah, I saw Nevaeh actually made the gray stuff. Mary sent me that picture.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. So
and the Rice Krispie treats, I think they did too.
Yeah.
Mary says she hates following recipes. She doesn't measure anything.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have recipes, I wouldn't know how to cook. I have to
I usually don't follow recipes. I just get close to it.
I write them down because I need to. I can't remember from one time to the next what I did.
Overrated, underrated. So we sent this out to our magic ticket holders asking for their input as to, and you do this on your show. So we'll let you go first. So T9 said Via Napoli. Is that overrated or underrated?
Via Napoli for an Italian New Yorker, that is overrated. They spend a lot of quality money on their ingredients, but it's just the water in Florida. So for me, that's it's overrated. Go get a better meal somewhere else.
Wow.
Justin, have you ever been?
I don't think I have been to.
Yeah,
I've had a reservation like every single time, and every time I end up canceling because we eat like quick service or something. I don't know. It's never worked out, or we were too full because we had to sit down lunch or whatever it is. But I've never made it. But now I probably won't.
I've eaten it in the pizza window, and it was absolutely horrible pizza. It was like it was crap. That's terrible. But I got the corner piece. It was all crust. I should have told them, give me a better piece than that, man.
It's hard when you're used to like real Italian food. We have a local place that's been around for like 40 years, and it's family owned. They're and it's fantastic. So it's really hard to go and have Italian because it never works out that well.
Yeah.
Okay. So my
Monica
wife,
saying they did have it.
We did go there.
I love Monica because she always comes in with the facts.
So T9 says it's overrated. Mary says it's overrated. And Marley wants to know, have you had the pizza at Pizza Ponte?
No, I have not yet.
Where's that, Marla?
Bill says overrated.
Yeah, I actually started that video like
tip. That should be your tip of the week. Don't
there
eat
it
pizza.
is.
Disney.
Just don't eat pizza. Yeah.
I like your direction of the at Pinocchio's. It's like the cardboard.
Yeah. So when I did the other one I did for Via Napoli, I called it a wet wallet.
Okay, so then Michael Reynolds asked about 12-hour park days. I'm not quite understanding what he's asking.
Is it overrated to do 12 hours in the park?
Or is it
I think like going in there probably like open to close is what I'm kind of thinking he's saying.
Okay.
Michael, are you here? I didn't see him.
I didn't see him.
That's just how you do the parks, right? I mean,
that's how I used to do it, but I can't do it anymore.
I'd say properly rated.
I go in as soon as they open, and I stay there until they either kick me out or I fall asleep. Yeah, fall asleep might happen more often.
Okay, so
I agree with Chris.
Mary Wells asked, Phantasmic, is that overrated or underrated?
I have never seen the one at Disney World, but the one at Disneyland is fantastic. So I would, I guess, underrated because it's amazing at Disneyland.
You know why it's a nighttime show and it's not just fireworks. So I'm gonna say it's underrated.
I love the show. The one at Disney World could benefit from getting rid of the Pocahontas theme in the middle, but otherwise it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's a great show, but the one in Disneyland is 100 times better.
Because it's like out there in the open. It's like takes over the whole park or that whole area of the park. Hi, Aunt Cindy.
I love Phantasmic on both coasts, but I do like the Disneyland one more. And you like so many characters in one spot is amazing to see that with Phantasmic.
Yeah.
Well, what about our chat? What do they say? Overrated or underrated? Marla's saying Phantasmic at Walt Disney World is great because it has seating, right? And show at Disneyland is way better. Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, the seating at Disneyland is terrible. Like it's non-existent.
It's like just sitting there on the grass and
the parking lot, like the sidewalk. It's
it's
at an angle yet. Phantasmic. Oh yeah, I already did that.
I think the water projections in Disneyland are better.
I agree, Sean.
So then Marla asked, Saltui Canteen, is that overrated or underrated?
That is properly rated.
Rated.
That's the cheeseburger pods. They have some excellent bowls for Animal Kingdom to like go up against Yak and Yeti and Flame Tree Barbecue. They can stand on their own. So that's very good.
I think it's gone downhill since it opened, though.
Well, when it first
opened, you got real forks. You got a nice, cool bowl. You got, real.
But that's any restaurant.
Sure.
Like, 90% of restaurants are all using to-go boxes, even like right now.
I know, but it's like it used to be so much better before when it was actual real, utensils and whatnot. The bowls are great. The pods, I'm never ordering those again.
You didn't like them?
It was cat food wrapped in dough.
I never got to eat there. We were supposed to eat there last trip, but I was so nauseous from riding Flight of Passage. I could not eat anything the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's right.
So sick.
Okay, so Kristen Milan, Peter Pan at Disneyland. I think it's the exact same in both coasts. I don't think there's a difference.
It's overrated, I think.
What do you think? So?
Yeah, the queue lines are probably different.
Yeah.
From one coast.
Yeah, the queue lines are definitely different. Yeah.
The wait time is overrated.
You think it's overrated?
For that wait time?
I love that ride. But it is so short and the line is so long. Like it's never under 40 minutes. Like if it's under 40 minutes, we're going on it because it's never under 40 minutes. But it's such a great ride. But it's just kind of like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Like it's such a great ride, but it's so short and you wait so long. But I don't know. So I'm gonna say
I don't understand the lines. It's such a good attraction. That's why there's lines. But
it is a good show. I mean, that's the thing. It's like even with like going all the way back to when it was originally created, it's old school technology to create these effects, but it's still just a good show. So I mean, yeah, I get why the lines are long, but yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
This must be some kind of. Oh, it's a link for flights.
Oh my God!
Wait, what?
Let me just type that in.
From Orange County to Orlando.
My aunt has a room, and then Mary has like an extra ticket for some event, and so they're trying to get me to go for the 50th. I'm like, you guys don't push me that hard because I will probably go And Chris is so nice that he'll probably just be like, "Oh, I'll figure it out." But so funny.
And then the last overrated, underrated, Holly asked, Haunted Mansion. Is it overrated or underrated?
Ooh.
Haunted Mansion is like the best ride ever, and I will not hear anyone say differently. So there we go. End of discussion.
Properly rated is so much, no matter how many times I've been on it, there's still stuff to see in the attic, and how many pearl necklaces are around her neck for each husband, and all the history. Gotta love it. That you can't. Whoever says that that's not worth it, they should go to Universal.
Haunted Mansion is one of those rides that I will just go on over and over and over again. And if I ever run away for my life, that's where I'm going.
I didn't say anything. I just asked a question. I know. Look at Stan's background.
Well, Holly, what do you think? Is it overrated or underrated?
I don't think I should answer that.
Now that we want to stay friends, apparently. Okay. No.
So when I went last week, I was happy to see the holiday overlay. I love that. What does she say? Do you guys like the holiday overlay? Nightmare Before Christmas?
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really cool. Especially because,
go to the park when that is not there.
You wait, what?
I deliberately, whenever I go to the park, I try to go there when the overlay is not there.
Got it.
Oh, really?
So here's the thing. I don't hate it. I just love Haunted Mansion more.
Yeah.
I want the original. That is what I have fallen in love with, and that is what I want to see.
Yeah, I love it.
No, I think the overlay is cool, and it's great to see something different than seeing
exactly
the same thing every time.
I hate the lines for it because the lines like double every year at this time, but it's cool, and they do something different to it every single year. So, like Chris was saying, with the regular Haunted Mansion, there's always something new to look at. Same thing with the overlay as well.
Yeah,
and new music, and just makes it fun for this time of year.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, you had a special.
Yeah, so last week's show, you guys were great, and you guys were going over all the new Halloween items that Disneyland was putting out, including
Halloween
sushi, yes, nachos. And,
you know those Mickey beignets.
I couldn't type fast enough in the chat as I was screaming at the screen, going, "That is not Halloween." So, and thank you for having me on. So I went ahead and just did a couple of my versions of what they could do for Halloween that doesn't take that much effort, right? So
that's great.
There's your Jack Skellington. All right. And then again,
and a fraction of the price.
It's exactly it's Halloween, right? So just a simple ugly pumpkin on an
Cute.
Orange cookie, right? Now, I am not an artist by any means, okay? But I tried my best.
Halloween hot dogs we had last week?
Yes, you had Halloween hot dogs. I tried my best to get to that. No ears on this one, but that should be the Mickey pumpkin.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you could totally do with just a couple smaller cookies.
Yes. I did do one cutout for the Mickey.
Oh,
and there's a lot of icing on that. That's diabetes in my hands right there. And then Stan, I can never, thank you so much. Every time that I either chat with you or I watch the show, the connection to the Muppets, and let's face it, I started with the Muppets with Sesame Street. So even though it's not Halloween, I figured let me just do one Cookie Monster.
That one's mine. I call that one.
That was cute.
I was this close to wearing a Sesame Street shirt today.
Ah, there you go.
Did you make that frosting, or did you buy it colored like that?
No, so I dyed the colors.
Okay.
So yeah, just food coloring into royal icing or icing, and then just add the colors to that. Yeah. I can't make it easy on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Cookies are so cute. That is cute.
Hey, Marla, we're expecting photos tomorrow of those.
Zoom cookie class. Okay.
Ken's calling dibs on the Cookie Monster. Too late, Ken. I already called it. Ken up here asked, is there Muppet theme to this year's holiday overlay? Yes, there is. It's already the holiday overlay at Haunted Mansion. It's Main Street USA in Disneyland is going to have, it's basically Muppet Christmas Carol from the sounds of things. Characters.
That's going to be cool. Well, if I get tickets.
Yeah, they're making it, it's going to be for the, what's the Christmas party called?
Merry Nights or something, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Marla, what is it? Help me out.
They've changed the name on all of these, haven't they?
Yeah, but they're only doing 5 nights, like total 5 nights of parties, and they go on sale tomorrow morning. So, Marla, are you going to try?
The website's already crashed.
That's what I was going to say. It's good to know. The site's down.
Yeah. Yeah, only I don't know. It's crazy. 5 days. So that's going to be a tough one. So you'll probably see me with all my screens again.
Mary hadn't heard that about I'm assuming about the Muppets being in Disneyland. It's Disneyland, not Walt Disney World. And it's going to be, and the Disneyland hardly ever gets Muppets.
Yeah, I can't recall Muppets. But then again,
I'm just always excited when Disney is going to use the Muppets for anything because I love the Muppets. I want to see them always. I really want them to be there, and so I'm just thrilled whenever Disney is willing to use them for anything. And fine, let it be Christmas, let it be Halloween, let it be anytime. I want them there.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah, and I do hope they have. I hope they look forward to pictures. I really hope they're going to be in their Christmas Carol.
Oh, for sure.
With Bob Scratchit and and all that, and Tiny Tim.
Aren't they even singing Christmas carols? Was part of the thing. So yeah, they're going to be.
Yeah, definitely
the whole Christmas Carol.
Especially because I know they're not doing. Fantastic. Like at the Christmas parties at Disney World, they do all the treats and snacks and stuff, and they're not doing any of that at the Christmas party for Disneyland. They're just doing like the characters and photo ops and things like that. So I'm sure they're going to go all out on all the characters.
Mary says she's annoyed that Disneyland gets fireworks for Halloween and we get overpriced party with no fireworks. Yeah.
You get an anniversary party, Mary. 2 new shows and a new attraction, Mary.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to try for the first night only because it's like, is it November 7th? I need it to be closer to December to go to a Christmas party. I don't know. I'm going to try to just grab whatever date's available. So if it happens to be the first night, then so be it. But I prefer more like in December.
And speaking of Halloween and going to Disney and Halloween, you got a new skirt?
Oh, yeah. So I showed this before. It's from Jane Fashion, and she's done the super cute, like the Mickey head skirt, and then the Fab, I think it was just a Fab 4, but I just got this one.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, and then now there's pockets, which... Come on, ladies. We know pockets are amazing.
That's my favorite joke. How do you know if a woman has pockets in her skirt?
Because they tell you.
Because they'll tell you.
And then she sent me the shirt to go with it. So
that is nice.
Really nice. So yeah, so Jane, JANNE fashion.com. And then Holly15 for 15% off and free shipping. So, and they're super comfortable and they're lined, so you don't have to worry about going in the sun and anyone seeing your undies.
I was concerned about that.
Yeah, I thought so.
Bill says, I thought you were asking Chris about his new skirt.
He showed us before the show.
Oh, that's great. We're going to, we got here, share screen. Here we go. If you want to follow Chris, you can follow him everywhere on YouTube, Disney Done Differently, on Instagram, Disney Done Differently, and for some reason on Facebook, it's Differently Done Disney. What happened there?
There's a guy that owns that, is a Zucker or whatever, and it got kicked out the first time, and I just tried to put it in. And once you put it in before I even started videos, it got locked in, and to change it is a pain in the neck. So I just leave that one there. There's a group and there's a page. And this sometimes I get confused which one I'm on.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
But yeah, there's but we were talking earlier about the items. Someone has suggested to me to put links to some of the Japanese mayo and on there. So that's coming up in the next week or so. I put some links so that the people, just to make it easier for everybody to get the items, to make it and have fun with the food, make it with your family.
Nice.
You know, if you had the link that you could get those peppers that time when I made those the first time you guys had me on, at least you would have known that you could get them, or what the bottle.
It would have saved me a lot of gas money.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can order it, if you're in a place where you can't get it like locally.
Yeah. And there's some things that I don't even realize, like people are asking me about the pan that I use. And I'm like, it's my pan. And they're like, no, I've never seen that pan. And
yeah, but that pan, the handle doesn't melt when you put it in the oven.
That's right.
Chris, do you have like a Venmo or something where people can like tip you for all this work you do? Have you ever put anything like that out there?
Patreon or
No, this has been put together it started during the pandemic when the restaurant had to close, and this is a labor of love that I put out. I'll put out the links, and if I could help somebody get a pan or a silk pat or a certain, then fine. But no, there's no reason for me to charge for that. I'm not making you the meal.
You could consider setting up something just like a Patreon or something where people could, basically give you some support, whether they don't have to in order to get your content or anything, but just as a way of giving
exactly, Mary. And like it's a hobby for a lot of us. It's helpful for a lot of us. Obviously, we enjoy it, and we love that you love doing it. But yeah, I mean, even if someone gave you $1 here and there, I mean, it would be helpful for you too to help cover these ingredients. Think about it.
I mean,
Yep. I listen. The food's not going to waste, so I cook for my family.
Right.
If there's friends are sick of hearing me, hey, do you want this? Especially with the 50 days, But then if I make something that's large in that amount, fire department, police department, drop it off.
Nice.
Give it to them. I've worked in this industry so long to ask people for money to cover the cost. If you can't do it, don't do it. That's what I always say. So, but no, the feedback's been great. I hope I thank you guys for having me on to talk about it and
we are happy to have you on, and we are happy to promote your channel and all of the stuff that you're doing. We love this. This is why we exist.
I was thinking that too, Mary. Like, okay, if I come up during the 50th, how far are you? I know I've asked you this before, but how far are you from the parks?
On the 50th?
No, just how far do you live close?
No, I live about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours. I'm Southwest Florida. So,
yeah, but I still think that we need to rent the condo, and then you need to come and do like a live show for us. I think that'd be so much fun.
Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna get all the GCT crew down into a condo in Florida, and Chris is gonna come cook for us because
absolutely that'd be great.
It'll be part of our whole live show weekend.
So I have a goal that I will do an episode from one of the resorts, whether it's the grill, You know, they have the grills out in the DVC areas, either that or the tour. When you take the tour for the DVC rooms, you know, especially like the 3-bedroom one.
Yeah.
After 4 o'clock, nobody's using that. So I just need the kitchen.
You just want to try it out to make sure before you purchase.
Exactly.
Speaking of purchasing, Chris, if you want to move closer to Disney World, contact Victor. He'll set you up. Victor Naraki is the sponsor of the show. So you can follow him. Take a screenshot of this. Follow him on Facebook. Visit disneyatyourdoorstep.com and vicvid.com for his YouTube videos. Something to check out.
And he has fantastic videos as well. I just have to say that. I love all of his videos as well.
Yeah, he's
entertaining. And then yesterday we recorded probably one of the funniest Grand Circle Tour episodes I was ever involved in. I'm assuming it's the same for you too. You can find out why we call her Quirky Holly today.
Do not listen with children around.
Yeah, Jay has editing to do.
Yeah.
It was so much fun though. It was a lot of fun, and you guys did great on this one. I have to admit. We don't want to give it away, but Justin, we had to prepare for this, and Justin was like, "Oh, I'm doing horrible. I can't get this," and he did so good. You guys will just have to listen, but he did so good. I already knew that everybody else was going to do great, but Justin really blew me away because he kept saying that he didn't know how to prepare for this. You guys are both like not prepared, and you did great.
I thank you for that praise, but
And then coming up on the solo show, it's going to come out this Thursday. We do another game show, and Jungle Skipper Jay from the Grand Circle Tour podcast, Scott, who's on the roundtables, and
Ken the voiceover guy.
Ken the voiceover guy. I was going to say,
oh my gosh.
Ken the voiceover
Send
guy.
him the bill, Ken.
And Ken the voiceover guy. They compete against each other doing Disney music trivia. And that was
I didn't even know you were doing that.
Yeah. So it's game 1. Yes, Mary, Stan, you and names. Exactly. So it was game 1. The winner of this one is going to play against the winner for game 2 and game 3. So if you'd be interested in being a contestant, message me. I'm looking for a couple more contestants for round 2 and round 3. And then, like I said, whoever wins will be playing against the winner from round 1 of those two. So it's going to be the Tournament of Champions coming up.
Cool.
Any final words, thoughts?
No, I'm going to go on vacation in Hawaii in about 2 days, and that is my only thought right now.
What the heck, Stan? I know.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ken. Sorry, Ken. You know me more than anything about God.
You know, the sad part is, like, I'm not even on the show, and I knew who your guests were.
Yeah,
better than you did.
So, are you all packed, Justin?
I think Monica is actually.
Monica, are you all packed for Justin
right now? We're packed. We're repacked. We're repacked. We're repacked. You know, we might be ready, but
you guys are going to Hawaii, and all you're going to do is sit in the lazy river. How much packing do you need?
Yeah, all you need is a pair of.
Hey, you know what?
Speedos or whatever you wear.
We actually just changed our reservation, so we have 6 days instead of 5 at Alani, and now we have an ocean view.
And now you got an ocean view. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we upgraded today.
Thank you, Monica. That's good. You got to have an ocean view there. It's like a tease if you don't.
We've been preparing for this for a while. And we're going to keep preparing for this up until the moment we have to walk out the door.
Carolyn's asking if you're in Tampa.
No, I'm in Cape Coral, Florida.
Cape Coral,
which is a small little town next to Fort Myers.
Nice. Well, it was great having you on.
Yeah,
We're
Chris,
gonna.
thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Even though you did well, you cooked us cookies, and so you're gonna mail them to us, or how's this gonna?
Holly's
What
gonna
the
come.
Ronto
I'm
wraps
gonna make.
before.
Yeah, I'm gonna make another batch. Holly's gonna actually, right after this, speak to Chris, her husband, and book the 50th, and then I'll drop them off on the 50th to Holly, and she'll take
Perfect.
them.
There you go. Just send Justin
And make me cover the shipping. Yeah.
It's cheap shipping to Canada.
Sure. It's cheaper to fly there.
I want a prize, and the guy put 25-cent stamp on it and sent it, and it came.
No.
Yeah, in no time at all. It was like 3 days it showed up. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I'm looking at the postage, and it was like 25 cents he put on there. I'm like, get out of here. How it got through is beyond me.
I just saw, if you don't mind, real quick, I just see Diva Q. That's Danielle, who I mentioned earlier. Traeger. She is the ultimate pitmaster.
Yes!
She is, yes. This is a woman.
You can buy the Traeger shop classes with her, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi,
absolutely.
Diva. That's so awesome.
This is an inspiration in lots of barbecue food, has taught me so much. I've never made bread on a barbecue. And Stan, she is from Canada. She's
nice.
She's a Toronto fan, though.
Toronto's okay.
Not if you're an Islander fan. How's their Stanley Cups doing? On that note.
Hey, Bombers are going to take the Grey Cup this year.
Yes.
We're number one in the CFL right now.
I will
Look at my husband. He's in the chat. He's like probably going crazy over Diva being here.
So I will say tomorrow's episode that comes out is one of my favorite items, and it came out better than I expected. I did do it a little differently, but it's the Gaston cinnamon roll.
Oh,
ooh, nice.
Those are big.
Yum. Cool. Looking forward to that.
See, you don't tease the things nearly as much as I do. You actually told them what it is.
Hey, cinnamon roll. You had me at cinnamon roll. It's right there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I fell for you on the solo show when you were going to give this great tip. And I got sucked into that whole episode.
The money-saving tip?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the best tip. I mean, if you followed our tips that Dan and I gave, Disney would pay you to go to Walt Disney World. If you did all of them.
That was a great episode.
Like, why haven't they ever mentioned this before? That's so funny.
I think Ken made an appearance on that one also.
You think? Ken who?
All right, everybody. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye-bye. I was looking for the closing button.